Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Welcome to another 90-minute rock block, because we're about to rock your fucking block about all this Elimination Chamber. Man, that show was badass tonight. And I said we. Did you notice I said we? Because it ain't just me up in here today. Today, I'm joined by my buddy, good old hashtag truth, Mr. Scott Larson. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Man, look, it's XFL season. The NFL's gone. Can you take off the skin stick? Go get you a Defender's hat. Go get you a Defender's hat.
Best I can do is put out a Brewer's hat for you, brother. That's the best I can do.
What the hell's a brewer? Is that like a beer thing?
Yes,
is that like a beer
is.
thing?
Yes,
okay, well, all right. I'm down with beer, so we can deal with that. I can work with beer.
Let me see. Let me see if I got
Jesus Christ. Don't flip your chair.
I'll put it on.
Don't flip your chair. Oh, for God's sakes, don't flip your chair. Here we go.
There you go.
All right. Hey, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Like I said, man, the NFL's over for the year. The Super Bowl was a couple of weeks back. I didn't really pay attention to the game. I worked during the game instead. So
the game was awesome all the way up until the last 2 minutes, man. They won, but it was a weasel way to win. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, I caught that part. I looked at it and I was like, well, this is dumb. But then again, it's the NFL. I'm used to stupid rules and stupid play calling. So, but I'm excited, man. It's XFL's opening weekend, so that's going to be great. Arlington won their opener yesterday.
Good deal.
I know today there's several more games. About 7 o'clock tonight, the DC Defenders are going to be playing, so I'm going to be trying to tune into that.
I'll be watching that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the DC Defenders, man. I want to see this go. But look, we talk about Elimination Chamber. Give me just an overall, what did you think of that show?
Bro, I'm going to put it like this. The wrestlers did their thing, but Elimination Chamber was all about that crowd, man. That crowd was white hot from the pre-show all the way until Sami Zayn made him so quiet that you could hear a pin drop when Roman Reigns got the 3 count. We'll talk about all that, but they were white hot through the whole thing. That's what made me enjoy that show, was they were chanting. They were involved in every match. That crowd just had it going on in Montreal, man.
I mean, overall, the show, I agree with you, man. The crowd was hot. I liked the show. I thought the show overall was good. I'm not a fan of how the second match ended, but we'll get to that after we discuss the first matchup. Asuka wins the Elimination Chamber. Now, that puts her in a very rare class. She's won Money in the Bank. She's won the Rumble. She's won Elimination Chamber. She's up there for, that's a small list of people who've done it all.
Right. She deserves it. I mean, look at her work in NXT, man. She was unbeatable in NXT, and then when she came up to the roster for a little while, she was unbeatable on the roster. And then, she deserves that. She really does.
I mean, she used to beat men in Japan. So when she was traveling on the Japanese circuit, or even on some of the indie circuits, she was beating men,
right?
And she was doing it with ease. So I liked it. I like her as the pick to go up against Bianca. And I tell you why. Bianca is a crowd favorite. She's a fan favorite. There's no doubt about it. But with that being said, we have this very interesting dynamic. Asuka is unlike anybody else that Bianca's ever fought. Whether or not they fought before, this new iteration of Asuka is completely different.
The face paint is unbelievable. I'll just say that right off the bat. Just her look, her face paint now is, oh my gosh. It definitely gets your attention.
Brandon Lamb said, I made someone mad a long time ago calling her female Tajiri, but she's definitely good and a future champion. I mean, Tajiri was good, but
right.
I don't think he was as good as Asuka. Do you remember who was that cat in the early to mid 90s that came out with the Japanese symbols all over him? Who was that? He went up against Bret Hart and everything. Damn it, who was that guy?
I know who you're talking about. He wasn't a small guy either. He was a big guy.
Yeah.
He had the Japanese actually tattooed on his face.
Yeah, he had it written on his face and everything. That dude was a beast back then. And
Tenzai? Was that his name? Tenzai?
no, that was
No.
that was Matt Bloom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was Matt Bloom.
I'm trying to think of his name. I know who you're talking about. I can see him in my head. I can't think of his name though.
I can't either. But Matt Bloom is a white guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
This other guy was actually Oriental of some or Asian of some
Right.
denomination. I'm not 100% sure, but dude, and what I liked about that women's chamber match was the fact that everybody looked good. It didn't make Raquel look bad. It didn't make Liv look bad. It didn't make Mella look bad. It didn't make none of
They
them look
made
bad.
all five of them women look strong in the match, and they made each other look strong. It was
Six.
six.
It was
I'm
six
sorry,
of them in
six.
there, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was,
Yeah,
yeah, 4 and then 2 start off. Yeah, 6.
right.
All 6 women looked really strong. I was rooting for Mella. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was rooting for Mella the whole time. I've always been a Mella fan. You gave me the same look my daughter does every time she comes out. And I go, Mella is money. Shut up, Dad.
No, I'm not a Mella fan. She's decent in the ring. She's getting better in the ring, so that's helping it. But in my estimation, I feel like Liv Morgan has developed way more in her time on the main roster than Mella has.
Right. Right.
I'm an Alexa Bliss guy. I mean, if I need to, pin the tail on the donkey, it's hey.
I if it wasn't Mella, I wanted Rodriguez to win. At least they made her look strong. I mean, they super kicked the crap out of her before they finally got her to go
Right.
down.
Nikki Cross looked great.
Yep.
They made her look like she was absolutely insane, so that works.
Them going through that pod that was really good.
Dude, the sunset flip off the pod, off the rope, that was a phenomenal spot.
Right.
There was a couple of moves throughout that night that had me kind of concerned. That was one of them. The other one took place in the other Elimination Chamber match, and Ray Charles could see which one.
Exactly the move we're going to be talking about too. It has to do with the big guy, right? No.
The Hurricane Rana off of the
the Hurricane Rana, the big guy. He Hurricane Rana the big guy over Gargano Hurricane Rana the big guy over the top of him with the help, and he landed awkward, dude.
He was mainly caught by Damian Priest. If the big guy who you're talking about is Damian Priest, he was mainly caught by Damian Priest, and he was barely caught. So that's why he landed so awkwardly. But it was a hell of a matchup. The match that I really did not care for, Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Good, solid, big meat beating the shit out of each other. Awesome. A low blow DQ finish. I know it's going to lead to something, but that could have been like a Monday Night Raw thing.
Right. Yeah.
I don't need a kick in the nuts on a pay-per-view.
It should have been. I mean, granted, if you wanted they should have had a count out or something, them outside the ring beating the crap out of each other and they get counted out. If they wanted, neither one of them to win. And like you said, it moves on to something else. The low blow thing, they should have went for at least another 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I mean, it was a short match. It
was. Well, look at the size of those guys. The gas in the tank ain't going to be all that hot for them to. I just based on who they are and how they are.
I'm shocked that he only got a few. He only got a few moves in Brock. I mean, he really didn't do a whole lot in the match.
Neither one of them did a whole lot in the match.
Right? I mean, it was just Spear City and F5 City. That was it.
it was all big moves. That's what it boiled down to. But the other trick with this is, and this is what I was trying to think last night, and I'm like, this is the only way I can make this make sense. If Brock Lesnar wanted to feed Bobby Lashley to Bray Wyatt, then it makes sense because Bray Wyatt stated that he was going after whoever won this match. So now, old Bobby Lashley's in the crosshairs.
Right. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for. I'm excited to watch Monday Night Raw. I really am. I'm excited to see what happens. See what the next
As
phase is.
as am I. So the Saturday pay-per-views are a decent thing, but sometimes they irritate me. Like right now, I wished the pay-per-view was Sunday, so then we go straight from Sunday into Monday and we get our answers faster. But now we got to wait. We got to sit and marinate on all this information.
Well, I mean, at least it was a good show to marinate on. At least it's not, and the people that are complaining about minute things that really don't matter, in my opinion, anyway. You're gonna find the haters no matter what for WWE. But I thought last night was a great. I enjoyed it from front to back. I mean, like I said, the crowd made it for me. I mean, the wrestlers did their thing, but that crowd made it for me.
And they were packed in there all the way up to the ceiling. 17,203 or 302 or whatever it was up there.
Right.
The Rolls Royce of Wrestling has chimed in. What is up, Mr. Brino Royce? How you doing?
How you doing, Brino?
We're sitting back chatting about Elimination Chamber, man. Because the Elimination Chamber was yesterday, as everybody knows, but it was a badass show. But from the looks of it, from the way that arena looks in pictures and on TV, it looks like there's not a real bad seat in the house in my book. I could be dead wrong, but it don't look like it's a bad seat in the house.
It didn't look bad at all. I mean, the pre-show when it was kind of empty and you could see what the arena actually looks like, it looked. I wouldn't have minded if it wasn't all the way in Montreal. I wouldn't have minded got a ticket to go up there and watch that show. I would have loved to have been in the crowd for that show. That's to me, that's a dream. Even in indie wrestling, I got to bring indie wrestling into it at some point. Even at indie wrestling, when you go and there's a dead crowd and they're sitting on their hands and they're not doing it, I can't stand that. I don't care how bad the show is. Root for the good guys, or whatever. Do something. Cheer, boo, cuss them out, do whatever, but be active. That's when you go to a show. That's what you got to do, man. Drives me nuts when everybody is quiet and just sitting there.
Well, yeah, that's one of the great things about some of these shows, man. Like the brewery shows, I feel like they're always packed. There's booze flowing. The crowds are always live as hell, probably half because the booze is flowing. But, I mean, it makes for a hell of a show.
Right. As long as nobody's getting into a fight or doing anything, obscene, hey, drink up and have a good time and cheer loud, man. I love it. I love it.
Right. Man, I'm excited for the next several shows we got coming up here locally, but you know how that is. We'll have to talk about that.
There's a ton of them out there coming up, man. I mean, it's getting there.
My next 3 weekends are booked, so
sweet.
That's why I took off this weekend. I didn't work nowhere for nobody this weekend.
I so want to. Everybody knows my situation out there. Most of the people watching. I so want to have a vehicle by March 4th. I want to go. I want to go to the Welford Pavilion and watch that show so bad it hurts. I want to see the first inaugural champion be crowned out there, and being a free show, that's going to be an awesome show.
Hey, Scott, no matter what, I can get you there.
Okay. Okay, it's a date then.
All right, I'll make sure. Hey, don't worry about it. You and y'all just got to be ready kind of early because I got to go early because I got work to do.
I'm good with early. Bro, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm
good with early. We're podcasters. I'm great with early.
Yeah. But, man, so Bobby Lashley wins by DQ with a low blow. It's like, the only thing that makes sense is it's got something to do with Bray. That's the only thing I can figure out. It's got something to do with Bray Wyatt. Now, one match I was extremely impressed with was Edge and Beth Phoenix defeating Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. Beth Phoenix had not wrestled in 13 months?
A year and a month, I think it was. Yeah.
So 13 months since that woman last performed.
Yeah.
Now, yes, we all know that Edge and them train alongside FTR. We all know that they work out together. We all know that they hang out up there in Asheville. It's let's not pretend we didn't know that, because that hell they talk about each other.
Right, right.
When FTR performed here in Spartanburg Auditorium, Edge was standing there covered up as hell. I mean, he was covered from head to toe, but he showed up to Spartanburg and just hung out in the back until it was time for their match, slipped out into the crowd, watched the match, and then disappeared again. Nobody knew it was him because he was covered up.
Right, right. I mean,
There was
that was a good build too. The whole build was great
right.
for that. I mean, with them destroying Beth Phoenix with the chairs and making him say "I quit" and the comeback and I mean, it was well done. Man, I'm telling you, Triple H is right.
And
I'm loving WWE now. I'll just put it that way.
He's doing it right when it comes to the legends, in my opinion.
Right.
He is putting the legends still on the spotlight, but he's limiting the amount of time in the light they have.
Right.
And he's using them to still tag team intergender loss does not hurt Rhea Ripley. Does not hurt Finn Balor.
Doesn't hurt Judgment Day, period.
No.
Period.
It doesn't do anything.
No. Because they still look strong even though they got beat. I mean,
and they won how many times on the way there
right.
to this loss? You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, that place would have probably rioted if Edge and them would have lost anyway, because I mean, the things that they kept doing over and over, it was kind of a broken record. Finn Balor said it best when he came out during Monday Night Raw that one night. He goes, "Whoa, boy, this is deja vu. Haven't we been here before? You're in the ring. We're coming out. You're about to get your butt whooped." And
exactly.
It was good. It was good.
They seem to do that a lot, man. They seem to, and I don't feel like it's going to the well. A lot of people hit me with this. Oh, they're going to the well. They're going to the well. They're going to the well. If it's good shit, it's not going to the well. If it was pure gold, guess what? You'd be going to the well over and over again too to shovel it out.
How much more do you think the Glamazon taught her while they were doing all this? I mean, she's soaking this stuff up. She's going to be, if she isn't already, she's going to be the number one girl in WWE eventually. I mean, she's right there. She's up there with Bianca and Flair right now. I mean, she's close.
I easily say she's top 5.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Bianca is a very talented woman.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. Let's separate Bianca Belair into 2 worlds, though. Let's talk NXT Bianca versus now Bianca. Now Bianca, I 100% agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. I did not like her shtick when she was in NXT. I've been called racist because I said that, and I really don't give a fuck because I'm not racist.
Right.
If anybody who knows me personally will be like, who, him? No, he's just a prick. He's not racist. That's all that is. So I just didn't like her shtick because I didn't like the portrayal. But at any rate, when it comes to, now Bianca, her promo game improved in this title run. Her last title run, her promo was rinse and repeat the same thing, cut the name, paste a new one. That was, and it got stale.
Right.
It got stale. 5 weeks in, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Can we get a new promo? Who is your fucking writer? Fire them. Who is your agent? Slap them with the ponytail. Like, damn it, do something, Bobby, because this is ridiculous.
Right. Right.
Now her promos are more, they encapsulate so much more. I feel like she's gotten way better with her cadence, her delivery, her timing in the ring is awesome. She is bar none one of the best. I think her and Flair going at it at a WrestleMania would be a money match as well.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's in the future.
Oh, definitely. But as far as like today goes, Flair's up there. Flair's promos are always going to be the same promo as well because of who she is and the delivery that she has. But her in-ring
She's a
game is
reincarnation of her daddy. Let's just make it clear. She pretty much is. She knows she's got the Flair name. She walks in, with the I mean, she comes in with the same outfit. I mean, the only thing that's different is she's got to cover her upper body because she's a woman. I mean, other than that, she's Ric Flair walking out. I mean, come on, the music,
well,
everything. I mean,
kind of. I guess my thing with her versus Rick, I think her promos have more detail in them, and she speaks normally, whereas Rick was like sounded like he was coked up every time he got a microphone. That's it.
But it was good though. But it was must-see TV.
I'm not saying it wasn't. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Right. I know what you're saying.
But, so it's weird, but yeah, I'm gonna say Charlotte, Bianca's up there, Asuka's up there, Rhea Ripley's up there. I don't know who else I'd put in the top 5 of that division.
The man. Come on, we got to talk about the Batman promo before we go because that was fire.
Definitely, that was great. But see, I loved the original ones. I to this day share the Stone Cold one.
Right.
I unleash hell. Yes, hell yes, you do. Let's go. I've got the DVD from WrestleMania 21.
Nice.
Still, I'm like, man, that shit was great, and all the new ones that are coming out because they're doing them for all of them.
Right.
You know that you've got like Goodfellas or Godfather with Roman Reigns. You've got so many different ones coming down the pipeline. Did they unleash them all last night, or they just played that one?
I think they just did a few. I think they only did like 2 or 3. I think they're doing. They were talking last night. The announcer said that on the way to WrestleMania, they're going to bring out all the commercials they're doing a bunch of commercials for movies leading up to Hollywood. So,
right, dude, it's
good. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun. I love that. That's the entertainment part of the wrestling that I'm going to enjoy. The wrestling's always going to be there. They're the greatest wrestlers, we've got today, most of them. But if they can entertain you, that's what I think is awesome.
Well, that kind of actually goes back to one of those conversations that was being had earlier today in a chat room where you and I are both in, where they were talking about Ariel Helwani or whatever that dude's name is, and how he's normally an anti-AEW guy and he's a WWE stan is what they call him. Right. And because of that, he was on air. Well, so I mean, yeah,
I agree, Cole McAbee.
That comment is money. Seth Rollins is a better Joker than Jared Leto. Dude, well, here's the thing though. That doesn't take much.
Right.
That doesn't take much at all. But when you look at it, like we were discussing in there, wrestling's got everything. You've got good versus evil. You've got athleticism. You've got spectacular moves. You got Big Meat beating the brakes off each other. You've got technical, look like Greek Roman wrestling shits. You got it all. It's a variety show.
Right.
It is subject to your perspective.
Some are funny, some are totally that you got the Gunthers who never, they're funny. Sometimes they're so serious they're funny, but you got the serious wrestlers, the people that come out and do comedy all the time. That's what I like too. There are some serious, the guys that come out that act serious, like the Stone Cold Serious who came out, even though he was funny with some of his actions, he was always serious. I'm going to come out and raise hell and kick some butt. And Gunther reminds me a lot of, not in this style, but he reminds me a lot in Stone Cold that when he comes out, he's going to be serious and somebody is going to get their butt kicked.
I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But when it comes to people being like, "Oh, well, this is better," well, yeah, it's better in your estimation, and this is better in my estimation because it's all perspective.
Right.
But the fun part is you can find something to enjoy on every show.
Yeah.
Do I have to wait a good bit of time to see a match I want to see and actually enjoy it on on the AEW? Yeah, I sat back and waited all night for Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal. And not long before that one happened, it was like Brian Danielson versus I don't remember somebody, but I waited because I knew that was going to be legit and I wanted to watch it.
Right.
There's certain things I want to see on every show. There's certain people I don't care about on WWE either. It's all about which one in my book. It's kind of like which one has more of what I want to see versus
Right.
people I could give two shits less about.
And we all have our opinions. There's people that you probably don't like that I love. I mean, like we just mentioned one a while ago. So
Yeah, of Carmella, yeah, but
yeah,
that's
Carmella.
Orange Cassidy. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch him, but when he's on TV, I do find some of the things he does, comical.
Comical to the point of stupid, but okay, yeah.
Hey, well, look, no different than Darby Allin. Hi, I'm Darby Allin. Welcome to Jackass. And
Right.
Jesus Christ, every time that fucker walks through the curtain, all I hear is that dun 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 playing in my fucking head. It's like, good God, dude. This guy.
I have not watched AEW in probably 3-4 months. I know who all the people you're talking about, but I haven't watched a match in AEW in months, dude. Just I haven't heard anything good about AEW in quite a while, so I just haven't went over and watched.
I've been making it a point to watch everything, so that way, if somebody brings something up to me, I can give my perspective on it.
Right.
Because some people
Cole wants us to hurry up and get to the.
We'll get out. Now I'm just gonna put it in fucking neutral, Cole. Jesus. Now I'm just gonna put. I was in gear, but now I'm just taking it out. Look, put it in neutral. Just chilling now. Just chilling.
I think we just got. I think the last match we seriously talked about was what, Brock Lesnar and
Edge and Edge and Beth Phoenix
the tag
and
team,
Finn
right?
and Rhea. But that was a solid matchup. And the very next matchup we're getting to actually is the Elimination Chamber. I predicted that Austin Theory was going to retain, and by God, that's what happened. But some people last night were like, "Oh man, I think Montez is really hurt. Montez is really hurt." Now he may really be hurt, but last night when they were doing it, I'm like, that was just to let damn Logan Paul in the ring to mess with Rollins. That's all that was.
I don't think he was really hurt. I mean, I think that was the whole ploy, was to keep the door open so he could get in, and he does. Right. That is probably the best wrestling I've seen out of him, and I've already heard rumors that they're going to be pushing him as a singles guy, and I'm glad, because he is. I mean, I don't want to see the Street Profits break up, by no means, but Montez Ford, I believe, is a little bit above his tag team partner. He's like the Marty, the other guy's like the Marty Jannetty of the Rockers. You know what I'm saying?
You could have. Well, I mean, you could have said you could have used Matt and Jeff Hardy in that.
Matt and Jeff, comparison as well. Same thing, but you know what I'm saying? There's a separation there. They're great together, but in singles, Montez Ford is leaps and bounds above his partner, man. I'm sorry. In my opinion.
And I agree with you on that. And I don't think everybody sees that. And have you seen the amount of weight that Ford has picked up?
Dude, I was looking at that. I showed my daughter. My daughter was watching. I didn't even realize what I did. I was like, "Do you see the 6-pack on Montez Ford right there?" She's like, "Dad, you're telling me to look at a guy." Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, whatever.
He's bulked up. He's bulked up some. He reminds me a lot of HBK. What HBK did, he did the same thing. I mean, so
yeah. Dude, Sean was small back in the AWA.
Yeah, and then he got better, started beefing up, started getting bigger, and he kept his athleticism, and of course Montez Ford did the same thing. And I'm telling you, if he goes solo, if they do push him solo, it's going to be fun to watch.
It's so in my book, I think you're looking at another 2 to 3 years before you get a serious singles push out of him where they're gonna like run for the title, maybe.
Right.
But at this point, the Profits don't need to chase after the tag titles. We know where the tag titles are going, and we know what's coming next, and and I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it because it's gonna equal Sammy versus KO again eventually, and those are always decent matches.
Very good.
So
I can't wait to get to that. Well, let's hold all that off till we get to the main event, because that main event's full of a lot of stuff, man.
Oh my god, the main event was fantastic too. But you had the spot. It was Gargano. It was Gargano who hit that Hurricane Rana off the top of the pod to, I think he hit Rollins with it.
Yeah.
So he hit that on Rollins. Rollins goes flying into the other three. Predominantly Gargano lands on Priest, kind of. Didn't really land much on him, but he got on, Priest did a little bit to help break the fall up, is what we'll say there.
The move that I was talking about that impressed me was there was a move in there where he did he flipped the big guy. He was on top of he had him up like he was going to do a power bomb, and he did the flip where he flipped him completely over, where his legs were hanging. He was hanging over, and he flipped them over on top of his head, and the big guy landed. It didn't look like he landed right.
You're talking about Priest?
No, I'm talking about what is the big guy? I can't remember his name. He was part of the tag team with Otis. The big guy in the match.
Bronson Reed?
Bronson Reed, yeah.
He wasn't a tag team with Otis?
He was he not the tag team partner of Otis?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I got that wrong then. I'm sorry.
No, Bronson Reed was also known as Jonah on the Indies and Impact Wrestling.
Okay. I got him mixed up with the other guy then. My bad. Apologies.
Yeah, no, that's not the same dude.
But Montez doing the hanging drop, he said,
yes,
yeah, that was cool. That was totally cool. My daughter was watching it with me. Destiny was watching the show with me. She was getting excited during every match, and she said that. She said, "Who?" Right after the match started, she saw all the people in there. She goes, "Dad, which is going to be the guy that's going to climb?" Every year, somebody climbs all the way to the top, like Rey Mysterio, and drops from the top. Who's it going to be? And I was like, I don't know. Well, we'll have to watch and see. And sure enough, there's Montez Ford doing it. The way he did it, though, where he curled he turned his body the way he did. Very athletic and very strong. I'll say that.
Yeah, Bronson Reed was NXT North American champion. He beat Gargano for it. Yeah. Yep.
I got the guys mixed up. I apologize.
It's okay. Don't worry. I forgive you. Okay.
Thank you.
I forgive you. But the whole
me up too bad.
The whole thing.
When Gargano did that, and flipped him over with his legs, he landed funny. And it wasn't shortly after that he got counted out. I think that was the move that got him out of the match. But
I think they all had to super kick the shit out of him after that, and then do something else.
That's it.
And there was a lot of moving parts to that. And the one remark I made last night, different chat group, was I missed the old grates. You remember the steel grates that were on that damn floor?
I told Destiny that. I said, man, they got the rubber mats on the outside now. That stinks, man, because if Gargano would have hit those DDTs on those steel grates, oh my gosh.
They all would have been messed up. Jesus. Right? They'd have all been hurting for certain on that one, man. That's a little I get it. In some cases you need this padding. But overall, from top to bottom, hey, Cole McAfee chiming in again. All 6 men were great in that match. Dude, everything was solid in that match.
Both elimination chambers, all 6 competitors in both matches, the women and the men, they showed out. They all showed out.
It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The the one thing I was surprised at, they continue to make everybody look good. I was kind of surprised that they didn't have Montez go up, get there at the end with Austin, like them two being the last two,
Right.
because I felt like that would have been more the match.
Right.
But
yeah, but you couldn't have the ending that you had that way, and they had that.
No, you still could have had that. You still could have had that. You could have had somebody else be the injured one that they have to attend to, and Rollins being the first one that gets up. Old boy comes out, hits the buckshot lariat, and boom, there you go. Same thing, just a different. It's the same ending, just in a different spot.
I got you.
It still would have planted the seed.
My favorite part of the whole match, though, I have to admit it was only like 15 seconds, but I laughed and I thought it was awesome, is when Rollins and Gargano were sitting on top of the chamber after they had knocked their two foes down that were trying to, stop them from doing it. And then they looked like two buddies up there who were having just a chat. They were up there like, yeah, okay, yeah, how you doing, buddy? And then, then Rollins turned and slapped him in the chest, and the fight was on up there. But for that few seconds where they looked like they were just, hanging out, they were like, man, this is fun. I like this. This is awesome. I had a blast with that, dude. That was a good moment in the match, man. That was just like an icebreaker.
Right. I felt like there was a lot. They did a lot in those two matches to build towards. We're 41 days out from WrestleMania at this point.
Right.
It's all systems go in the WWE, and the rest of
No
that
more
2 days.
Pay-per-views. It's all the way to April, boy.
Exactly. They've got you've got all the Monday Night Raw and the SmackDowns to go. They're going to have to build every other matchup other than the ones we know about.
Right.
The matchups right now that we have on the docket for certain. You have Roman and Cody. That's a lock.
Right.
You have Charlotte and Rhea. That's a lock. And you have Bianca Belair and Asuka. That's a lock. Other than that, there is nothing else. 2 days worth of wrestling. 2 days of cards. Okay,
right.
2 cards.
Well, you can see the other ones you can see a couple of the other ones that are coming. Seth Rollins and you two boy are going to be another one. You know that's going to happen.
Hold on. Considering that this goofy bastard has had less than 5 professional wrestling matches.
He is awesome. Logan Paul is awesome. I call him YouTube boy because that's what he is. Come on, let's just be real. He's YouTube boy.
Well, I mean, you're Facebook boy then.
Phenomenal athlete. Yes, I agree.
But I mean, but you see what I'm saying,
right?
Well, joining us as well from BFA. My buddy from up in PA, Stravy Stones, has chimed in. What's up, dog?
Yeah, we here. What's up,
man? You cut your live short. I actually started watching it for a little while, and I was like, "What is this guy doing?" It was good,
bro. It was right. Look, but they were going crazy, and I'm like, you know what? And then their mom was coming, and it was just like, all right. We just go, we go rock. But we ended up watching it together. All of us. It's crazy. She was like, Montez is by itself? I'm like, yeah, it's a thing.
Well, I definitely subscribe, dude. I will be watching more of you, sir.
Word, I appreciate it. Yeah, bro, we all got to hop on one time, man. Like, I want to do more of those. Like, I want to get us to where it pisses me off, honestly, that the UK has more wrestling subscribers than like one base in the US. Like, What Culture and Cultaholic are both UK based, and they get watch along followings like crazy. I'm like, bro, we should do that. So we go do it. We get in there.
I got you.
Yeah, we get in there. We will get there. Trust me. But what y'all was talking about? Where y'all leave off at?
Where we were in the men's elimination chamber.
Okay.
Montez is a stud. That's bar none.
Yes. But see, listen, I heard you say the Easter egg with Gargano and Seth, right? Sitting at the top of a lot of people don't know about them back in the day. So like when he was Tyler Black, oh man, like Easter eggs, man, like they were planted. And okay, go ahead, because I want to talk about the main event. That's my main like, because people are so dumb online, and it's like I'm a fanatic. It's a problem. I know. I might have to go to like Wrestlers Anonymous one day or something because it's like
We
it's
all do,
really
man.
a problem, y'all. Like bro, the psychology in wrestling is amazing, and like how they did Tez last night with I was like, he's about to get the Kofi treatment. When he came out with the crown, I'm like, King Tez, yes, solo star. You're about to get the Kofi treatment tonight. You weren't really hurt, but we needed that
Dude,
cage door
were
open.
you in my bedroom last night? Because I told my daughter that. I said, this is gonna be they're gonna push him like Kofi.
Yes.
I said the exact same words.
Yes. Like literally, I've been telling everybody that you could see everybody every time he does an interview, they're like, yo, future world champion, future he
Yep.
That's why when I break it down to people, when you can't bring race into wrestling. This is why. I'm a very big advocate for equality, but you've only had a certain amount of people that had it.
Right.
Like when we talk GOAT talk, Ron Simmons being the first black champion was cool, but Ron Simmons wasn't promo worthy to me. He was 80s promo worthy, but you can't come now. The Rock, we have a person that can do everything. Give him the title. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not a race thing, bro. You have to have
The Rock was kind of the opposite. I'll admit. Now, I love I am the biggest Rock fan in the world, but The Rock was all charisma, all promo, 6 moves in the ring.
Yeah. But see, if you look at the Attitude Era, that's the Attitude Era to me. No one really was like doing moves like like Seth Rollins said it on Pat McAfee's show. We're not doing 30 minutes of a rest hold headlock in the middle of the ring. That's not what wrestling is anymore. We are now like literally high moves, and it's entertainment.
Even the big guys got to do a little bit of high flying or something.
Like Bronson Reed, perfect example. Like he's a big dude, but he took the Bam Bam Bigelow treatment. I can be big, but I can also still be agile. It's a thing, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, man, it's all psychology. Like we knew that anybody watching wrestling should have known that Seth Rollins and Theory were going to be the last two. They just came here for WWE Saturday Night Live or Saturday Night Main Event, and they were the main event. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's like we have to make it seem as though, Seth was gonna, but it was genius. Tez playing the injury, selling the injury. Where Logan Paul's here. We set up Rollins' match. Like there was a reason he was doing this press run and talking about Logan Paul all this time, guys. Like, and that wasn't gonna be a U.S. title match. What?
Right.
No. Logan Paul maybe be the champion.
At first, when that all happened, I looked at my daughter who was watching it with me, and I was like, they might be setting up a triple threat match. But then when it came to the
that's interesting.
Afterwards, when they did the press conference, he called out somebody totally different. And I was like, so I see what they're not. He wanted to make sure when he got out there to that press conference to make sure that they don't think it's a triple threat match. It's not going to be a triple threat match. It's going to be.
You see how that's the match. We already got the U.S. title matches, Theory and Cena. Yeah. They're going to build to it. One of Cena's opponents, one of his biggest rivals, Edge. Now he accepts the open challenge for Monday. Come on, man. Like, but yeah, go ahead. I just want to get to the main event.
All right.
Let's talk the main event.
Now I want to put a couple bugs in your ear because I want you to think about this. Okay. What do you think is going to be the bigger matchup for Theory at WrestleMania? Do you think the bigger matchup for Theory and WrestleMania, company wise, business wise, do you believe it will be Theory versus John Cena at WrestleMania, or do you believe it will be Theory versus Montez Ford 1-on-1 at WrestleMania? Ooh.
I-
Oh
Personally,
man, I had
would
to
rather
hurt
see
you.
Montez Ford. Personally, that's me, but either one would be okay.
Right. Okay. Okay. See, that's hard. You're mean. You're
Yeah,
evil.
yeah,
All right.
that is a good question.
Because Tez, I just don't see. I love it, and they got the reaction last night. You've seen it, and Triple H is big off of reaction, right?
Yep.
So people love Tez, but as far as two pay-per-views back to back where Docs is just sitting in the shadows, like I don't know.
You're not going to have them going after the tag titles. So unless you get a feud with them versus somebody else, what are they
Yeah,
going to
which would
do?
be pointless. Yeah, or have them in a multi-man or what
A
is it?
battle royal.
Yeah,
Andre.
that's stupid. That's dumb. No. Okay, yeah. Let Docs win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and let Tez win the U.S. title. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay.
Bianca has to lose.
Yeah.
Bianca's losing. We know that. Like that's my little sister. I call her my little sister. Like I look at her like that. She is going to lose, guys. Austin's getting her get back at WrestleMania. She did the job to Charlotte years ago. She's getting that back this year. So, but
Now,
yeah, you got that. Yeah, I think Tez. But in company wise, John Cena.
so check this out. Comment coming from our boy Brino Royce. He said Cena can give Theory the rub.
Facts.
Ford doesn't need it. He will be a star regardless. Brino, I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah. See, and the thing with Theory, bro, last time, not this recent time, but last April when they came here, right after WrestleMania, right? It was Cody's first house show with the company in our city, like, and I got it recorded, right? But he with that, I said when Theory came out, it's on camera, bro. It's on my vlog. You'll hear it. I said he's the next John Cena. He has the look. He has the charisma. The boy can shoot a promo. He can go in the ring more than 5 moves. He has the overall. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree.
Oh, you want to talk to?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
He heard me say Royce. He heard me say Royce.
Yeah.
What's up, Prince?
Say what's up? Is it hi? Is it hi?
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Buddy.
Good job. Oh, but no, but yeah, I feel like it's going to be Cena because Cena's the bigger name. That's a better picture because if you look at it, Theory kind of eerily go play with brother. Theory eerily kind of like similarly like the build, everything like Cena when he first came out as the prototype with the tights, everything like he really favors him. So I'm like, are you trying to talk? Okay. You just want to be on camera. I got you. But
Hey, he knows how to get in the picture, man.
That's right.
That's right. That's right, buddy.
I love it. But no, he went since birth. We vlogged literally everything, every appointment, every echocardiogram. He was born with a heart murmur. He still has it, but I couldn't tell you that. Like this little boy is tough. I call him my strong man. Like after Braun Strowman, but like my strong man. Like Bubba loves Bray Wyatt, and he like, raw. That's his thing. So I call him my strong man. But yeah, I feel like Cena, like aesthetically, everything. Like I love Tez. I love him to death. But do I think they'll put now? This is the scarier part because we know John Cena and his charitable ways. We know John Cena. See, this is how much of a freak of wrestling I am. When Cena first came back, like on some like little stints, he did a backstage promo with the Street Profits. He likes Montez. He said Montez has it.
Right.
What if Cena's like, let's put him in the triple threat? And I put Tez over. Then we can continue on the feud with Tez and Theory because I take the fall for Tez. You know what I'm saying? Like you got it. It's so many ways you could go. Bubba, play with your brother. Play with brother real quick. Take him bouncy. Bouncing. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. We they're about to go bounce on the bed. So
You good, man?
I'm good for a second. But yeah, bro, I feel like that's gonna be the match for sure. Just like go ahead, continue on. Because I'm so eager to get to this because people don't understand it and it's making me upset. Why didn't Kevin Owens come out sooner? Go ahead, guys.
There's a lot of things to talk about outside of the actual event because there was one person, I won't mention his name because I do not like him. Never liked when he ran any of the companies that he helped run. He said that the crowd should have shut up during that Montreal's crowd should have shut up. Dave, not Dave Meltzer. What's the other guy? What's the one that ran WCW for a little while? And,
Russo?
Yeah, Russo. Said that
he didn't run.
The crowd
he didn't run anything. He was in creative.
That took away from the show, and I'm like, you are stupid.
Dude, Vince Russo's a putz.
Right. Russo bankrupt the company. We're taking any wrestling advice from you,
right?
Yeah, no.
He did it. Hey, hold on. He didn't do it once. He did it twice.
Yeah, TNA too. Yeah,
He fucked TNA up.
Right, but yeah, there's so much to unpack and so many, and that's the one thing that I loved about the all these matches too. There's a ton of ways that they can go outside. You know, like you said, there's earlier, Saint, you said there was like 3 or 4 matches that are, you know, we know those matches are going to be at WrestleMania, but we don't know the rest. We really don't. You know WWE as well as we do. They could change their mind in a heartbeat if something else becomes hot. Like he said, Triple H goes by a pop of the crowd. So if somebody pops the crowd a certain way, he might change his mind and go a different direction. But, you know, he loves attention, boy. I like that.
Literally. he want to be on camera so bad. It's like, well, yesterday, if you watched it, right? Like, bro, he's all in the like, dude, okay, we get it. You love yourself. We love you too. Like, bro, can't go to the store without
you're gonna have a partner pretty soon once you learn.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm waiting for. So seriously. Like, I watched 2 Chainz and his son. And me and Alex, I'm like, Alex, you want to do a watch along? And he's like, yeah. But now Alex gets on his phone and starts playing games, and he's like, I'm over it. Like, you're 2 matches into it, and I'm over it. Wait, I hear Seth Rollins. I'm here now. I'm with it. Seth is done. All right, I'm gone. Like, Bray's here. Okay, I'm gone. Everybody else. Like, he's very picky. But yeah, I love the fact that it wasn't just a definite show. You couldn't just watch it and be like, okay, this is who's winning. Like, I feel like the Rumble was very much, we knew who was coming out of it.
Yes.
Right.
Like, this was just like up in the air. We don't know who's going to win.
The only thing that excites me about the Rumbles anymore, because we always know who's going to win ahead of time, is the surprise entrance.
Yes.
That's the only thing that I like watching it for.
Which they lack. Like, Booker T, bro. Booker T.
That was it.
That's what we get.
Right.
Booker T.
Well, it was a swerve, though. It was a swerve. It was a swerve on everybody on the internet going, well, the Rumble is just a chance for them to show off the legends, and they don't use any current talent. Bitch, here, we'll give you 1 legend, and it ain't even one you want.
Hey, come on.
Who doesn't like the spinner, Rudy?
What did we just say? Triple H listens to what?
He couldn't do it.
He listens to the crowd. Y'all said we didn't listen when we said that y'all was the authority now? Okay, watch. Well, y'all don't want y'all too many legends? Watch, here you go. There you go. We'll give you some NXT people. Go ahead. Yep. Mm-hmm.
We'll give you 1 legend, and it's not even the one you want to see.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, we're in Texas, where it's Austin, Taker, HBK, and Booker T, among others.
I thought Sean was gonna do it. I'm like, they're in San Antonio. They keep showing that building. It's gonna happen, bro. Like, it was so like, and then like, bro, that they had me so like, bro, I was so thrown. Okay, Thursday, everybody was like talking about how they originally had Roman was just gonna squash Sammy, and that was it. And then everything was gonna change because Triple H seeing that the needle is moving when Sammy's on TV. So Bro, I said it on Thursday on a thing, on a Instagram post, and I screenshot it. I'll send it to y'all. And this is what I said. I said Sami Zayn is gonna come back. Now, the only thing I was wrong about was him cutting his hair. I said he's gonna come back to his old theme. Friday night, and they were like, well, how do you figure that? There's a reason that Sami has not had an entrance since he left the bloodline. He hasn't had an entrance. He's popped out. He's jumped the crowd. He's jumped the rail. Like, he hasn't had an entrance. They're gonna bring his old theme back.
Dude, they were doing his theme. They were doing his theme chant in the pre-show. They had to bring out his old music, or they wouldn't have booed Sami, but they would have been booing WWE after the show.
They knew that Friday, oh, we're going to Canada anyway. We're gonna be up there. We got to do it. Pull the trigger. Give them the entrance. We have to. It's literally not hard. You know what I'm saying? Like
we can feel it.
Do y'all know why Kevin Owens didn't come out sooner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't have made sense for the story.
The entire time he's telling him, hey, Sami, they're not your family. They're not your friends. They don't like you. They don't like you. The whole time, you're wrong. You're wrong. All right, bet. This whole time that he's been going through it since the Royal Rumble, we haven't seen Kevin Owens. Right. So why would we see Kevin Owens come help him? Because we're in Canada? No. It's not how it works. The storyline, and then they're like, "Oh, it's stupid. He came out at the end." No. What's the goal for a show, fellas? What's the goal for a show? We send the crowd home what?
Happy,
wanting more.
Give
me something to invest in.
They're already pissed off. The air was pulled out of the building once it hit 3. And Roman stood up.
That place got so quiet.
And as soon as you heard, what the fuck? Bro, it went crazy. It went back. It went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
Like it's psychology, man. And people were in the wrestling groups. Oh, see how WWE's logic is stupid. Why wouldn't Kevin Owens come out and help? Well, see, this is Emmy award-winning television right here. And you saw Jimmy come out, did the dirty work. Then you seen Jay come out like, nah, we stopped it. Okay. We stopping it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That story where you almost seen Jimmy or Jay do the same thing that Seth and Sami did.
Yep.
Right.
These are seeds. Come on, man. Like, this shit should be Emmy award. Like this, just that story. That story. Come on, Paul Heyman's a genius, man. Because it's all him. Like,
right.
For real.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, if I had the chance to sit in a car and ride with people down the road to learn wrestling from, Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff are 2 people that are on my list.
Yes. Yeah, everybody hates on Eric, bro.
Did you see the interview with Sami where he was talking about Paul Heyman and how Paul Heyman at first did not think Sami would be the man to do this storyline with, and Sami literally changed his mind when he when they started the storyline, and like you said, the needle started moving, and it was like, oh my gosh, we've got gold here. We just got to set this up, and once you get Paul's mind going, and he sees where it can go, he's gonna take it there. He's gonna take it there, and he did.
Oh,
like so much so. The first time that Sami was on TV with Roman was in Montreal.
Yeah.
Because the Usos couldn't get up there, so they needed somebody to whoop, pop, bang. That it's so amazing. And it's like, I knew that before Sami said it, and I'm like, yes, say it. Because then people think like I'm crazy. Nah, you're just saying stuff. You can't. Let's fact check it. Go fact check it, bro. Like, it's literally storyline. I watched Paul Heyman say it one time. Listen, you write a story and you write the finish first. Then we work our way up to it. How do we get there? It's so smart and it's so easy, but like people don't take heed. Like it's people that say Cody Rhodes doesn't make sense to fight Roman Reigns.
I don't see why he wouldn't make sense.
So
Then
much
my
so that
question to them is, what does make sense then? Who is the next person?
bro, Emmy award winning. I say it for a reason. Who was the first person to ever pin Roman Reigns in WWE?
Cody Rhodes.
Kevin Owens.
Jay Uso.
Oh,
Jay.
Uso. I got you.
What?
It was Jay Uso. They were in a multi-man tag match, the Shield versus the entire Raw roster. Roman was the first person eliminated from the Shield's team. Go look it up.
Okay.
I promise you. And then listen, the first person to pin Roman for a title was Cody Rhodes.
Okay. I knew Cody was in there for some reason.
Cody versus Dustin versus Roman and Seth.
Yeah.
For the tag
They won
titles.
the tag titles. Yep.
Boom. I literally, bro, it's Emmy award-winning television.
Full circle.
There we go. That's why when I'm like this, when people are like Bray Wyatt's weird. No, life is a circle. Why would Bray Wyatt be going at Bobby Lashley? They had a Twitter beef and a Twitter war. Bubba, get him. They had a Twitter beef literally before Bray Wyatt got fired. Bobby Lashley and Bray Wyatt. Y'all remember years back at the Royal Rumble when Brock eliminated everybody in the Rumble, and then when Bray came out, all of the Wyatt family came back and eliminated Brock? We have seeds planted, guys. It's just you have to think. Stop a Scream. You know Scream 2. You know Scream 2. Get your watch.
I never thought about that. That is true.
It's genius, y'all. Like I literally, life is a circle, and it makes so much sense. You just have to go back. Like they haven't even touched on that in the promos yet. The one with Cody and Paul Heyman, yes, give us the personal behind it. Then we have even further with the family lineage. Stop your voice. With Alpha never main eventing a WrestleMania, Dusty never main eventing a WrestleMania, but Alpha never reached the heights of what Dusty did.
Right.
Roman, on the other hand, did and
Right.
surpassed. Cody just didn't reach. Even though NWA champ, so his dad did that. Right. AEW, his dad was running WCW. Cool. You did that, but you didn't do the one thing your dad couldn't do. Win the big one.
At the big show.
Come on, y'all. It writes itself.
Right.
What's wrong? You just want
his first promo back was him showing his dad winning the big one.
Yes. Yes, and it didn't change hands because of what was it, disqualification?
Yeah, something like that. He had to return it. Yeah,
like, bro, the only time, and everybody was behind Dusty at that time. It was just like Vince didn't want to pull the trigger on him because of their little beef. The Vince versus Dusty, the McMahons versus the Rhodes, and I'm a better booker than you, boy. Are you pulling my hair? Crazy.
He didn't like what you said either.
Man, go on now.
He didn't like what you said either. Brandon Lamb chimed in a few moments back. He said, "I just don't want to see them go for the tag titles. They deserve gold, but I don't want to see them stuck as a tag team." But that's what makes the story is Sammy and Kevin beating the Usos, and then I don't expect them to hold it for 3 to 6 months and then drop it and then end up fighting each other and all that.
Because they're rebuilding the tag division anyway, so
yeah.
I feel like that'll make that story better for them. Like, what else could we do with them?
Right.
Well, they've got to pick the tag team division up. I don't need to see. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't need to see 2 tag titles, and I don't need to see 2 world titles. I'm down.
I've been screaming that since. I don't know why they're all carrying around 15 belts anyway. Combine these things, man. Combine them.
The crazy thing is they've had a design.
Start off with a belt sitting on a table underneath a tapestry for I don't know how long. And every Monday night when it starts off without that, I'm like, oh man, we're gonna keep these titles going. Here we go,
bro. Do you know that they have tag titles already like done, and they just haven't pulled the trigger on bringing them?
Yep, I've seen them.
You've seen them? Send it to me, bro. I want to see what they look like. Cause They're
They
trash.
need to. It's getting stupid now. If they're not going to have the brand split and each title on each brand, just
Like
combine
I
it,
feel
get
like
it over with.
I feel like I'd be okay with but not really because the roster isn't even that big anymore. So yeah, one world champ. I was gonna say 2 world champs, one for SmackDown, one for Raw, but tag titles defend on both because you don't have enough tag teams as is.
Right.
Women's tag titles, like take those between SmackDown, Raw, and NXT because you don't have enough women as you do men. So you defend those tag titles everywhere. I'm okay with that. And then we have a mid-card championship for Raw, SmackDown, because bro, I love a TV title. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
that was my favorite title in WCW. Like,
that's why I like the US and the IC titles.
Yep,
Leave them
yep,
where they are as
yep.
the top defended belt on that individual show. And you have the overall company champion.
Right.
Because the NXT
here's
champion
my question.
in
Here's
my
my
book.
question. You take the 2 women's titles, combine them into a single title, and then give them a mid. Why don't the women have a mid-card title?
That's what I've
been asking that for months.
Combine it and then just make them have a mid-card
Give
title
them a
as well.
mid-card title of some type.
Because then it's pointless for these little feuds. They just seem catty and pointless.
Right.
Because they're here and then they're gone. You know, like, yeah, right. I agree.
So you could essentially have a women's Intercontinental and a women's United States champion.
Word. Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yes. Even if they call it something different, like, I'm with it. Just make it a mid-card title.
Yeah. Right? That'd be what it would be for.
Yeah.
Because it would make sense to have a WWE women's champion, women's Intercontinental, women's United States. I mean, there's plenty there. There's enough for that. And that also makes all 3 shows, because we're going to include NXT on this.
Right.
You can count NXT and their women's title as equal to the Intercontinental and the women's
Just have
United
the women's titles go between all 3 shows, like he said.
Well, that'd be for the tag titles.
Tag, yeah.
Okay. I'm saying, look at NXT right now. Would you say Braun Breaker could beat Austin Theory? Maybe. Would you say he could beat Gunther? No.
Hell no.
So, but I'm saying all 3 of those titles are about equal in
the
my
matches
book.
Personally, but yeah,
I
agree with you.
I think they're about equal.
I'm sorry, I hate him.
Really?
Listen, only reason is because, like, okay, we get it. That's Rick's son. He's surpassing Rick because Rick was great, but like he didn't get to Scott's level. But
he didn't have it on the mic.
Right. Neither does Braun.
He's better on the mic than his dad.
Braun's promos are literally recycled Scott Steiner promos.
They're better than his dad's promos.
Yeah, that's correct. Because all his dad would do is roof, 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 roof. Like that's it. That's it. We know you're from Michigan. You know you like to bark. You like to wrestle. We get it. I was a fan of them. Like, and Rick was my favorite of the Steiner brothers. But Braun's time is come and gone. Bring him to the main roster. Let's see what he could do. He's gonna drown because he can't shoot a promo. Like,
well, I mean, then put him with I know Dusty's not here anymore, but put him with somebody that could teach him the promo.
Yeah.
Put him with somebody he can wrestle. He's got the look. I mean, he's got the it factor look.
Promoter Thomas Scott chimed in. He said hello, and then he also said Montez Ford was a human highlight reel. Yes, indeed, he was.
Correct. We agree wholeheartedly.
I think the push for him will come after WrestleMania. The big push.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, he is one of Hunter's guys. Like, you know, NXT made him a tag champ, so
right.
Like, and they gave them that big moment in that ladder match down there. And then with the whole, they're Triple Crown champs. They've been NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, even though it was a dumb because it was just with the switch, but they were champions on all 3 brands. So he obviously believes in him. like as far as promo
I mean,
work.
they could run the old Rockers routine, where he does something to, him to say, okay, I'm done, not the through the window thing, but
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
They don't need to
something
do that. They don't need to do that because neither one of them need to be heels.
No, but they
They
don't
don't
want to
need to
break
do
them
that.
up either. I don't feel like they want to break them up.
They don't have to.
think I would love to see them go against each other one time. I mean, that would just be, to me, that would be.
He said that too. He said if he wins the U.S. championship, he's the first person he wants to defend it against is Doc. So
Dawkins. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, why not? I mean, I think it would be gold. I mean, then whoever wins, they hug it out at the end if they have to keep both of them, baby, whatever. But
Johnny Gargano was off the chain. Dude, yeah,
I've
he
always
was.
loved Johnny Wrestling, man. Johnny
Same.
Wrestling. I want him to get back with Ciampa and bring back DIY.
yes,
Boy,
DIY, yes.
that would.
it's coming. When he gets back from injury, it's coming.
Oh man, that
They were
would make
already
me
bringing
happy
it.
to get out,
It was
man.
already going to happen, but the injury. That's the only reason that Gargano was dealing with Miz and Loomis with Miz, and they were already going to make that happen. But as soon as he got injured, it was like, okay, we got to figure out a different direction. What is wrong with you?
Because man, I'm telling you, those two when they fought each other, those 3 matches they had at NXT, pure gold. I still go back and watch those matches.
You know what? You know what would be good? All right. Hear me out. Hear me out on this. Let's say Gargano shows up to Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. He's out in the ring talking, and somebody comes to dick with him. We'll say Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy comes out and starts messing with him. Out comes Ciampa, and now we get DIY back. Now, coming off of Mania, you've got KO and Sami Zayn as your tag team champions. DIY versus KO and Zayn at SummerSlam. Oh boy. Think about that.
That would be good.
Think about the magic in the ring.
Uh-oh.
Those two teams.
Those two teams in the ring together.
Bro, listen. The amount of apron
Yes.
DDTs,
Yes.
power bombs.
Yes.
Oh my God. We might get a power driver on that bitch. Listen, greatness will happen if that happens. Oh, that's so. Oh, yeah.
There's
Don't
a
split
lot.
the tag titles. Don't split the tag titles. Just let that happen. Let that happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're welcome. You're
Oh,
welcome.
I see that happening. That actually makes sense.
It does. Doesn't nobody need to be the bad guy?
Right? Correct. At all. No one needs to be heel. They're just two different teams. And it's like, yeah, I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you.
And that's the way it was with Edge and Christian and the Hardys.
Well, they could just come out and say, hey, we deserve the title shot before you do. Hey, we deserve the title shot before you do. And that's the way they go against each other. Number one contendership for KO and them.
Because he's like, oh, you don't even have a partner. All of a sudden you hear
Yes,
man.
Bring back the old song. None of this new main roster bullshit. We need No One Will Survive. We need that.
Yes.
We need that.
Well, no, I'd be fine with their old.
Oh my God. Whoa, wait, guys. I just had a moment. Listen, Raw after Mania. Do you know? Oh my God. The pop. It'll be so fucking crazy, guys. Oh my God.
Tell us.
Oh. Yep, like that.
What is it?
What is it?
it?
Are you gonna leave us cooking?
You leave us hanging?
Listen, we get Ciampa. Honestly, we don't need to say anything else. Go to commercial after that. Have Johnny Gargano in the ring, and the last thing he says is, you know what, you're right. I don't have a partner at the moment. Then you hear that beat. Ciampa walks out very slowly, hood up, mask on, dressed to compete. So it's not a question of, is he healthy? Is he okay? Is everything good? No, he's going to compete.
And he's going to kill you.
He's going to compete tonight. Alpha Academy versus them right after the break. And then we lead. That can be a feud. I'm okay with that because Alpha Academy has proven itself. But
Yeah,
the only thing that messes the Alpha Academy thing up is the whole Otis being Otis now. And you know what I mean? Like, hopefully
Yeah.
that's just like a 2-3 week program and they did that very quickly. But bro, that is a genius, or they'll do it with Judgment Day.
Well, why would now you got to come up with a reason for Judgment Day to go after Gargano.
Never mind, because we have Finn versus Edge. That's going to happen at Mania, and probably a Hell in a Cell where Finn's going to be Demon Finn.
That'd be awesome.
I see the Ray versus Dom happening at Mania and not like stringing it along. So that's going to happen. Rhea has her match.
Let me ask you, since you brought that up, let me ask you, what did you think of what they did to Rey Mysterio at the Rumble? They put his number up there. They played his music. He didn't come out. And then the next thing, his son comes out and he rips the mask. What did you think of that personally?
I thought that was genius as far as on Dom's part. Okay, strong man. We know you're strong. But he's over there. He literally has one of his trucks behind his back going like this. I promise you. Like, it's crazy. Like, this kid is nuts. Can you see him? Can you see him?
Yeah, we saw him.
He's literally lifting a truck behind his back. It's like we said it. He ain't gonna play football. He's gonna be a wrestler because he loves it too much. Like, he pays attention. But I felt like it was genius on their part because, like, don't let them touch or interact. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Until Mania.
Right.
I don't want him to beat up Ray until Mania. It has to be impactful. You know? He already towers over his dad. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I thought it was cool. I thought it was smart and another way to piss fans off with, wait, so that's only 29 people. So he jumped him backstage and he took his mask. So he's not coming out without his mask. He only travels with one.
Right.
He's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yes, like, you know, his other mask didn't match his ring gear. He wasn't coming out. So, like,
a couple of comments to add into here. Thomas Scott chimed in to say Asuka was off the chain too. Sami Zayn, oh my God, what a match. Agreed.
Facts.
Jason Mater Robinson chimed in. Kenny Omega versus Asuka. Pass. I'm just gonna pass on that. I'm good.
So,
Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley for the women's tag champions. What? Nobody'd ever be able to beat them is the problem with that.
That pissed me off last night, y'all.
What?
She ain't got it no more. Too slow. I could see you talking. She was talking like Cena. You know, on Botchamania where they're like, you talk too much. I could hear everything she was saying. Hit me again. Hit me again. Bro, NXT cats, I'll accept that. Y'all still learning. You're a vet. You're a legend. Hall of Famer.
13 months. Lady. Hold on. 13 months since she's been in the ring, and that crowd was so freaking loud last night. They had to be loud in the ring.
She just didn't want to do it. Oh, bro left. What happened? What happened?
I don't know.
Well, Snacky? But yeah, bro, I knew you were gonna do that to me. I knew you were gonna do that with the she ain't been there in a while. And I feel you. I agree, but at the same time, man, I hold legends accountable, man.
Yeah.
She's a legend, and I feel like she should have been on her P's and Q's a little bit better.
His computer might have messed up because his messenger ain't even working right.
Oh yeah, his computer, did it die? Hopefully
it may
not.
have. I don't know. But
hopefully
I've got a little less than 10 minutes left anyway on the show because I'm only going till 5:30.
Okay.
But dude, that main event had so much to unpackage. It was a great paced match. the ring psychology made sense.
Yes.
Going out there to Sammy's wife.
Yes. Bro,
Everything.
call back to like Sean versus Brett Sean versus Bulldog when they were in England, and he was like making all the remarks towards Bulldog's wife, like, which is also Brett's sister. Like, come on, man. Like, yes, bring it back to that.
Right. Personal.
They did it better than Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
That felt forced. You know what I mean?
Felt awkward. Yeah, I agree. It felt awkward.
Like, hey, Wendy, like, whoa, man. You know her. Y'all actually have dinner together. Y'all are friends. Like, don't do this. Like,
yeah.
We know these people don't like each other. Now, Sammy and his wife and Roman and all that, we don't know nothing about them. We just know Sammy's been fighting and clamoring to get into this family. That made it perfect, bro. It was perfect.
Right.
Yeah, I loved it. Overall. It was a great show to me last night. The women's chamber was kind of clunky to me a little bit.
Yeah, it had its bad spots.
Yeah.
There was some definite rough spots in there.
Yeah. But overall, I feel like it was a dope show.
Oh yeah, it definitely was. But man, it leads us for the rest of we got 41 days to Mania. We've got the rest of the time to build it up. It's
what's
gonna
up?
be a hell of a show. Yep.
Let's live stream them, bro. Let's live stream them, both of them.
I don't know about all that.
Let's do both of them back to back, bro.
Yeah, his internet went straight out. His internet dropped.
Oh man.
Damn it. But on NXT and dropped the tag titles. What? Maybe. Oh, there needs to be a trios championship? Nah, no thanks. I don't like it already.
This isn't them.
I'm not a big fan of it in Ring of Honor. I'm not a big fan of it in AEW, but I mean, the big talk of the day is obviously going to be the Elimination Chamber because we came off of that. But I mean, MJF cutting razor blade deep with promos, you know.
What did he say in the promo, bro? I didn't see it.
Dude, he's you got to go watch it for yourself.
Is he talking like who's he talking about? Is it at Bryan Danielson?
It's just period. It's like he cuts the industry when he talks. Like he's one of the top promos in the game right now.
Yes. Yes. He is Ric Flair to this generation. Yes. Yes.
And they're talking about, I mean, Mercedes Moné won the IWGP women's title.
Yes. Shout her out.
From Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Which, that's cool. All right, then.
They only did that because they only put the title on Kairi because she has an executive role over there.
Okay.
And then they like, okay, we need to drop the title, so she want to drop it to somebody big, a bigger name, so that we could get more people's eyes on the product. Makes sense. I just hate that I saw it coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's her second match in the company, and she's the champ.
Not even. She had another match?
Yeah.
I didn't know she had another match.
Yep. Her first match was at the last pay-per-view like a month or two ago. I don't remember who she fought, but she fought somebody there.
Okay.
And won. And then she won the title on her second match. And her first match was apparently a bunch of botches, but I don't remember. That's what was written.
Now I'm gonna go watch this this MJF promo because now you got me wondering. Because I seen the news about people like mad about it and everybody was upset, and I'm like, what? For what? Like, what did he do? Bub, take bites of your green wings. But yeah, I'm not understanding. Are they gone? I still see them. I'm like, I still see them. What do you mean you did? But yeah, bro, let's talk about Jay White leaving. Where's he going? AEW or WWE?
I don't know. I mean, does he have to?
Where would you want him to go? Yeah. He that was his last match in New Japan.
That doesn't mean he has to keep wrestling.
Touche.
Because I mean, does he want to go to AEW and get lost in the fold there? Would he stand out there?
I said that you go to AEW, you're just gonna get lost in the shuffle, bro. But if he goes to WWE, they'll make him a star.
I don't know.
Listen,
Is he?
as much as oh my gosh, as much of a star as Finn, because that's Finn's young boy from the dojo. Like that's Finn's actual young boy. So I feel like, all right, it's time to go with your people. You went to AEW, you did the little guest spots on behalf of the of New Japan. Cool. Now it's time to go to WWE with your OG and get right. Because that'll be amazing, bro.
Okay.
Hell, throw him in Judgment Day. I don't care.
Who?
He's the Switchblade.
Logic. Logic.
I mean, it wasn't logic for him to be in Bullet Club, but they made it work.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, there's a lot of things that I think that's one of the big things in wrestling for me, that the stuff has to make sense
Mm-hmm.
in the story for me to actually care and get invested about it. So for me to watch all these different companies, it's like, okay, this is making sense. This don't make sense.
Right.
I feel this. I don't feel it. Right now, one of the best stories that people aren't talking about is the whole thing with Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, Mickey James, and all that over in Impact.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That shit's on fire because Bully
Yeah.
and Tommy been together for 30 fucking years.
Yeah. But see, on that, I feel like they've been together as friends. You know what I'm saying? Like we just been homies. We worked in the same companies. They weren't never really teammates.
Teammates, well, working against each other too.
Right. So like
Because it's
that
Bully versus Tommy.
that's only I know that's only going to speak to us real fans. The casual fan ain't gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? And then they just threw Mickey James in it just because what y'all all worked in WWE just at one time.
Maybe. But I like the idea that they're able to call back to history with that. Not only that, but with them all being on air, well, Bully and Tommy being on Busted Open Radio with Dave
Right.
LaGreca. You
Right.
know,
Right.
I feel like that makes a ton of, that just makes a ton of marketability. I'm not sold on Santino Marella being back on air, but it's cool he's back on air.
Yeah, I don't get that, bro. Like,
It's weird.
yeah. And everybody's like,
weird.
no, you should love it. Why?
It just
Explain to me
feels
why.
weird.
Why should I
just
love it so much?
feels weird. I like it, but it feels weird.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Santino Marella. I mean, I see that character in WWE, bro. I don't really see him elsewhere, you know?
Right, because he doesn't talk like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you talk like a regular Italian. Like,
Yeah.
you're not that guy. Like, what are you doing it for? Like, what at this point, what is it for?
Yeah. Thomas Scott said, so many factions and too many titles, I can't keep up. It's beginning to suck. It's beginning to feel or look like a bad indie promotion. And he's talking about AEW when he says that.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, look, we've got 30 seconds left on air on Roku TV. So here's what I want to do. XWW, big shout out to XWW. Thank you guys. Be sure to check out Extreme TV Online. Be sure you keep on this app. Check out that social media. Subscribe to them. Dude, pay-per-views. We got a pay-per-view coming up next Sunday in Charlotte or in Monroe, North Carolina. It's going to be on the network. Be sure you tune into that. It's going to be badass. Thank you again to XWW and Roku TV for that. But we're going to continue here just a few minutes and then close this out the whole, the rest of the way here on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. We're going to finish it here. But, man, overall, damn good show by WWE yesterday.
Yes.
I'm ready for what's next, man. I'm waiting for Monday Night Raw.
It's gonna be exciting, bro. I feel like it's gonna be lit. And we're just gonna get more answers. Because we don't have the brain split anymore, it helps because we might still get answers from Sammy and KO, but I'm okay with them making us wait.
Yeah.
Because
Slow cook it.
There you go. And
Let
on
it
Monday,
marinate.
just touch on Cody. That's it.
Yeah.
Cody's fully focused now. He knows exactly who his opponent is, so boom. Or do we know who his opponent is?
They're not gonna swerve that.
Are we gonna get a triple threat? Are we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of the whole both referees going down, is Sammy gonna say F the tag titles, or is Sammy gonna work double duty?
Well, there is one more option there, and this was brought.
This kid, bad
Man,
boy.
Don't pick up that habit, please.
Right, at all. Bad babies.
What did I do?
You're not a baby. Crazy. You said what I do.
Think about this.
Okay.
Think about this. A couple years ago, Roman Reigns stacked up and pinned both Bryan Danielson and Edge. What if Roman Reigns went down and crossing each shoulder, one was Cody Rhodes and one was Sami Zayn, and they had to split the titles that way? I don't like it, but it's an idea I've heard floating around.
But no, I did say they're gonna find a way to split them where Sammy takes one and Cody takes the other. Because Cody wants the world title. That's really what his focus is. His daddy wasn't around when the Universal title was. You know what I'm saying? Like, his daddy wasn't wrestling, and that wasn't the goal.
Well, the world title is one thing, but the Universal title is the WWE title. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would prefer to go back to one gold belt and make it a new version of the Winged Eagle.
Yes. That's what Cody wants.
Even if it's the Winged Eagle sitting on top of a WWE the new WWE logo. Like, I don't care.
Just give us the Winged Eagle back, bro.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it up here. I still got it. Like,
I see it.
No game, bro. No game. Love it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite title besides the Big Gold. The only reason the Big Gold is my favorite is because that's how I found wrestling. With Ric Flair.
Me, believe it or not, I really do enjoy the old school undisputed heavyweight title, the one Brock Lesnar carried. I like that one too.
The regular black and gold title?
Yes.
Agreed.
That late attitude, ruthless aggression title.
Agreed.
Yep.
The one that Cena had to change and ruin with that spinner.
Yeah. The one that they had the damn they used to have what was it? Hogan carried that belt. Taker carried that belt. Lesnar carried that belt. Guerrero held that belt.
Yes.
I mean, that to me, that was one of the best titles, man. But at any rate, brother, listen, we're going to go ahead and call it a night, y'all. We're going to stop it right here. So thank y'all very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Scott Larson from #Truth. I appreciate you coming on air and hanging out with us. Stravy Stones, thank you, my brother, for joining us, man.
Always.
We're going to go ahead and announce it to him. We're going to tell him about it right now. March 7th.
Yeah.
Live at 8 p.m. The Round Table Rumble makes its return, and there's going to be all time of the night on that one. It's going to be from 8 to 10. It's going to be on all the socials, and it's going to be on Roku. It's going to be we going out. I already made the phone calls. I already did what I had.
I got Roku.
Yeah. Well, hey man, you know you can watch my show live on Roku, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep, we're gonna be on Roku.
Yep.
So you can watch that and all his friends talk about wrestling.
Yep. Because we're gonna have one hell of a discussion that night. We're talking about goats.
Yes.
That's the GOAT discussion night.
Yes.
So that's what we've decided. We've kind of picked up on that. There's going to be at least 8, 9, 10, 12 people in this damn thing. So we're going to have to figure out how to make that work. But it's going to be awesome.
It's gonna work. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out. How many people can you have on here at max?
I think 10.
Let's go. That's
I
really
need
hard.
30. I need room for 30.
Oh, we'll have to take increments then.
No, what we're going to do is this. We're going to start it like the first topic. I'll start it, and then we'll go around, like this. We'll go around the room. And then after that, we'll just go, oh, what happened?
Roy's kicking stuff. It's
Gotcha.
okay. We're still here.
But we're going to go around the room, and we got a couple of different GOAT topics to talk about. We're not going to drop the bomb and let y'all know what everything is yet. We just letting you know the date and where to be. It's going to be live right here, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Roku TV. So, once again, I've been your host, The Saint. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been real. It's been fun. And hell yeah, it's been real fun. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah.